Okay guys, so I'm starting a new series on my channel. It's basically FNAF character concepts, and I've came up with a concept. We're going to be talking about Dippy the iguana. So basically Dippy the iguana was in a pizzeria called Lippy's African Party World. Basically, it was a restaurant that Fast Entertainment ran to 1980 to 1978 to 1985. So basically, the animatronic basically was modelled after an iguana, but was originally going to be named was originally going to be Dippy the alligator, but then a disagreement happened and he became an iguana. And then after he became an iguana, after he became an iguana, then he was now his main character traits and stage. So he was what was it called again? The pianist. So he was the pianist in the band. He would be doing his piano, also singing along. He had other animatronic powers, but we're only focusing on Dippy. Then we'll do the other ones. So Dippy Dippy basically also had soft stuffing over their cold metal endoskeleton, and everything was going great for him. He also had a number of catchphrases such as "Hi, I'm Dippy, I'm your friend forever," and also when the cake was being served to the birthday kid or girl, to the birthday boy or girl, he'd say, "Hey, Dippy loves birthday cake time." His voice box can glitch sometimes. I was find some of the kids, but over time, wear and tear seems to get the best of him. There was one cough of stuffing coming out of his what was that bit called?
Shoulder.
The shoulder. And on his torso, a loose hole with some wires dangling, and one of the parts of the suiting ripped so much that it revealed their endoskeleton, and also their jaw, as you can see. Go back to the this one. It's not very long. It's not as long as it in his wither design. The reason why was because basically his jaw got dislocated, but not right or left or front, backwards. Then one day, tragic turns happen. You see that little patch, little line on his body? What's that called? His little blue spot. His belly thing. Yeah, that was also a thing where they would open his stomach and fix him. This was an easier way. But some misbehaving children would get inside of it. And when they would get inside of it, they would basically be in it. And then as the animatronics and their tunes, as their jockey tunes, basically nothing happened because it was given an emergency call. It's because when the animatronic was first constructed, the locking mechanism was basically given an emergency callback, which can only be burnt away if it's shined up by a light too long. And then one day it got shined by a light too long, then the thing happened, and then after the animatronic basically had locking mechanism was burnt away, a child went into it, but when the animatronic performed, they had a lot of wounds. Then they had to evacuate the pizzeria and get the child out. And then after this, they thought to put him in parts and service, but they didn't want to retire him or anything. They just put him in parts and service for fixing. Now let's go through their character traits if they actually were in a FNAF game. So they would be seen in parts and service, ready to get fixed by the builder, by the person who fixed the animatronics. And then basically the animatronic would start to move. You'll see him. Sometimes he will go close to the camera, and he would basically do a moaning noise like like an iguana would. And then when he would come to now he has also the ability to go through the left or right door, and you would hear him by his screeching sounds, as you can see that his feet has claws. You can hear by the screeching sounds, like, and you would hear him. And then when you hear him, you have to close the door. But if you're too on early, you'll get greeted with a classic FNAF jump scare. Game over screen. Okay, let's move on to the next one.